So we have some really great news this morning. So if I can start first with Southeast Queensland. We only have 5 new cases. 1 is detected in hotel quarantine and 4 are local community cases, but they're all in home quarantine and they're all linked to that Indooroopilly cluster. So that's fantastic news. That's the sort of news we want to wake up to. So we now have 12,364 people in home quarantine. We have 153 active cases. We've had 26,394 tests in the last 24 hours. So again, good testing numbers. But of course, Queensland, we've got to keep that up. We absolutely must, if you have any symptoms whatsoever, please go and get tested. And Queensland Health did over 3,500 vaccines in the last 24 hours. And in Cairns, we don't have the private testing numbers back yet, but we have 971 tests that were done yesterday in Cairns, which is fantastic. Now, Dr. Young has also informed us some very good detective work in Cairns overnight. So they've actually linked the taxi driver with the marine pilot. So the marine pilot actually travelled in that person's taxi. So a lot of contact tracing is now happening, of course, with those exposure sites, but it's great to know that linkage has been done. So honestly, great work by our Queensland Health staff. Fantastic news there. So look, I know that Cairns is in that 3-day lockdown and we hope that everyone is doing the right thing. It's really important if you're in Cairns to be staying at home and only going out for those essential purposes. So we want to make sure that we get all of those contacts from the taxi driver into home quarantine as quickly as possible to keep that community safe. And I know that the Cairns community will step up, just like the Townsville community stepped up when they had to as well. So I congratulate everyone for doing the right thing there. And of course, Queenslanders in the southeast of those 11 LGAs, please make sure you have a look at that roadmap and please continue to do the right thing. It's really important to be checking in. We're using your check-in app. It's important to get tested if you are feeling sick. And of course, now the high school students are wearing masks, and I thank them all for doing that. And from all reports from education, there's been no issues with the distribution of masks there. Okay, Dr. Young will also address, there's been some questions about community sport, and it does include not just school community sport, school age, but it also is adult community sport as well. So it's the next 2 weeks, but she'll address that. Now, I want to talk to you about some good news about where we're standing today, and of course that's the Brisbane Convention and Exhibition Centre. And what we're doing is we're opening this as a mass vaccination centre, which will be starting this Wednesday. So we're getting a sneak preview today, and thank you to the staff here for being so quick in setting it all up with Queensland Health. Now, the federal government is responsible for 70% of the vaccination of Queenslanders. Queensland government is responsible for 30%. So what we do know is we're getting on some of that, that Pfizer is going to be coming on faster over the next couple of weeks. So from Wednesday, this convention centre will be open from 8:30 till 4:30, and we are now asking people, if you are between 16 and 59, you can now register on the Queensland Health website. Now, of course, a lot of people will still be going to their GPs or the pharmacists to get their vaccine. I've just heard, I think, that the Commonwealth Government has also approved Moderna, so we'll be getting more information about Moderna. But this is a great centre here for people who are already on that waiting list from Queensland Health. You will be prioritised, but as we work through that list, now we are opening it up for anyone between the ages of 16 and 59. And on top of that, there'll be free parking here as well, which is fantastic. Now, please don't just turn up. This is not walk-ins. You must be registered and you'll be contacted by Queensland Health. But we want to see as many people in Queensland vaccinated as quickly and as safely as possible. So there are now additional options that will be open. So that's fantastic news, and we're looking forward to seeing this open, and it will also be open 7 days a week, and it'll be open on the weekends as well. So please hop on that website today, register, make sure you do it, do the right thing. You're not only protecting yourself, you're protecting your family and you're protecting your community.